Okay, I'm back. Part two. And so I realized when I sobered up, like, what actually had happened. And she was drinking that night too, but she didn't like, go out or nothing. She drunk at home. And so the next morning, we text for a little bit, and we kept texting. I was like, I got a bad hangover. And we was texting. And so later on, no, the next day. The next day was the 5th, September the 5th. So the next day, and keep in mind now, we don't know each other. Maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. So the next day, it was our first phone call. It was the 5th, and we talked on the phone twice that day. And she was like, she liked my voice and whatever. And I was like, because before then we had sent voice records and whatever. And so I was like, I like your voice too and whatever. And we talked for a bit. She asked, because she's a very questionable person. She asks a lot of questions about questionable. I mean, she asks a whole bunch of questions. So she asked me some questions. And then later on that night, I remember the exact time. It was around 10. It was in the hour of 10, 10:20 around there. And I was like, oh, I'm going out to the club and stuff tonight. And she was like, if I asked you not to go, would you? And I said, nah, I won't go. And she said, why I'm not your girl? And I said, I forgot what I said, but I said something. And she was like, but why I'm not your girl? And I said something. And then she was like, she asked me out basically. And I remember she asked me, you want to go out now or like when I see her or whatever. When you see me or whatever. And I remember I sent that message at 10:36 p.m. September the 5th, 2011. I remember I was playing video games. I was playing 2K11. I was playing 2K11, and I stopped the game and I answered the text at 10:36 p.m. September the 5th. And I was like, nah, we can do it now. And she was like, okay. And then she gave me a little black background information. She told me what her real name was. Cause on the website, she gave me her nickname. She told me her nickname. So she gave me her real name. And she was born and raised in Fort Lauderdale or whatever. You know, and stuff. I said, oh, okay. And so I told her I loved her. I forgot. Oh my God, I forgot that. I forgot. Okay, so let's bring it back to the 4th. September the 4th. I was drunk. She was sending me pictures. And I said, I love you. And she was like, are you serious or whatever? Or are you just drunk? No, and then and so I was like, I love you. And she had said something. She didn't say it back. Because she really didn't. I don't think she wanted to say it back right away. But I told her, I said, I love you. And so we're gonna fast forward to the 6th. The 6th, I was going back to work, because I was off from work for a couple of weeks, for about 2 days. So I was going back to work and stuff. She's unemployed. She was unemployed. During this time, she was unemployed. So the 6th, I went back to work. And when I got off, I called her. We talked on the phone for like hours. Let's see. Called at 5. We talked till 7 something. Maybe 8. Around 8. And she asked a whole bunch of questions. And I can remember this day like real good. I was outside playing basketball and talking to her on the phone at the same time. And she said, "I love you." And I couldn't hear her at first. I said, "Huh?" And she said, "I love you." And I was like, "I love you too." No, first I asked her, "Are you sure?" And she said, "Yeah, are you positive?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "I love you too." So that's basically how we met and whatever. Fast forward 3 months. There's been a proposal. Arguing, but it wasn't like nothing major though. It really wasn't arguments. We just debated a little bit. I've been mad with her a lot of times. We had problems about time management, like spending time with each other. And now she won't send me any more pictures till I come see her. But I told her a lot of times I can't come see her. And I went down to Tampa, and she went up to my city, Orlando. And she was in Orlando, and I was like, "I'll come in Tampa to see you." And I said, "Okay." So I had drove with one eye because one of my eyes was fully blind at the time. This all right here. But now I can see a little bit. So I drove with one eye all the way to Orlando from Tampa. I'm surprised I'm not dead right now. But I was gonna text and ask for a hotel number. Like room number for the hotel. And I got scared. So I drove to my house in Orlando. And I was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna see her because I really can't do it right now." And so I called her. I texted her. And I told her I couldn't do it. And she wasn't really mad, but I could tell she was still mad. And she doesn't get mad. I don't understand this. The only time she act like kind of mad was when I falsely accused her of something, because that's all arguments were. Just get her mad so it can make it hard for me. I like play hardball. But, yeah, that's how we met. And I love her. She ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. This for life right here. This for life. Hoes can't take me away from this girl. No.